It's your boys in IMJ, we shut it down, man. A comic book look invading your town. Keep it comics, and let the beer flow. Be so global, since our premiere show. Riverdale Studios on fire, we don't know where to park. Technology and booze, it's like we're rolling out like Tony Stark. Skylar, Tom, and John, we the bestest. Swag so villainous, so please arrest us.
Hey, comic book lookers, we're back again. Another episode representing. We got some new comic book reviews. This is a comic book look in the house. Tom Devine, Skylar Bolts, John Runyon, representing every day, every night. But thank you guys again for tuning in, and keep your feedback hitting us up at the Twitter, Facebook, and Gmail, a comic book look for everything.
But most importantly, IMJ. Let's get the comments rolling.
Exactly. And speaking of IMJ, you guys better be checking out. They got a new awesome podcast is back. So Ian and the one and only legendary Jose Melendez are representing straight podcasts. You guys better be checking that out as well. Anyway, let's jump into these comic book reviews, boys. What do you think? What do you say?
Chop, chop.
John, did you bring that for me?
Yeah.
Oh, let me smell it.
Nice.
Oh, it's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Very nice rose, John.
It's amazing.
All right. What we got here is Walking Dead issue 111, this grisly cover. Super cool. I love it. Negan is this guy's name. He loves to say fuck. What's going down right now. Spoilers, if you guys haven't read this, you know.
Fuck, don't.
I'm not going to spoil a bunch.
Oh, okay.
I don't spoil anything big, but what's kind of going down in the storyline is people are controlling Rick, and they're making him give half of his shit to this guy's crew, and then he offers protection. But Rick doesn't want the protection, but they forced him into it. Rick has some ulterior plans to take this guy down, and they're set into motion. Right now, we have the Hilltop, Rick's crew, and Ezekiel, this badass with a tiger who calls himself King Ezekiel, gathering all their troops together, and they're going to fucking take this motherfucker out. And, it's really giving into it. You get some really good character stuff with Michonne in this. She's starting to open up. You can tell how she's still reserved, but, for Michonne fans from the show, you guys got to jump on it. It's getting really good right now. But I really loved it. I can't wait for this arc to end. Shit's gonna get buck, and a lot of people are gonna be like, "Oh, he's just like the governor. He's just like this," but he's not. He's different. He's a bad guy, and you guys, they're going 111 episodes. They have to have more than one bad guy. They can't just have no bad guys. So people who are complaining about that, get over it. This shit is still so much better than everything else that is out there these days. You have to continue to read this. Obviously it's not as good as a lot of the other shit I read. I read all the good stuff. So, but there are other stuff being printed that maybe other people. John.
Why? I was gonna say, why are you talking about Skylar like that?
No, I'm totally kidding. But this is my shit right here, and I think it's really good. Check it out. Great cover. 111, and I'll give that 5 out of 6 beers, which is a great fucking score.
Awesome. Big news in the XMen world. Are you guys ready for this?
Oh, yeah.
They did another XMen book. Yay!
Another
X-Men
one.
issue 1. Reach under your chair. So Storm with her awesome mohawk is now in, I believe, 3 titles actively. So that's interesting.
Her mohawk's cool.
So it's cool. It's an all-chick team. It's very appealing. And I read it, and I couldn't really give a fuck less.
All-chick team?
Yeah, and I don't care. Well, for that reason too, but it's just not gross. The story itself, it's not for me. I don't want to say it's not very good because it's referencing these 2 sibling characters that have evidently been prominent in the X-Men before. I ain't never heard of them, so this whole issue meant absolutely nothing to me, and I'm more than happy to say I probably won't be picking this up again. So,
and it's just one more X-Men title list, adjective list, X-Men reboot, which is the 5th one.
Exactly. So I don't know, you guys. There was a lot of praise given on some of the other shows about this, and I just kind of sat there and was like, what do you people see in this?
Yeah.
I don't understand. So I was really disappointed. I'm going to give it a 1 out of 6. And I'm sorry if you guys liked it.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, I'll jump into. We got Fury Max number 12. This is second to the last issue. Shit's really wrapping up. What this is, we've seen Fury through this Max life, kind of like build his way through the war, dealing with this one senator and his senator's wife that he's been fucking the whole time, and you kind of see how in the 80s what happens is we're like in 84, I think, in this, and there's some people that have been moving drugs that work for our military guys, but they're really just stationed there to move drugs and fund this rebel task force. And it turns out that the senator's been behind it all this time. Fury wants to blow it up, but he can't. He gets put in a corner, and you can tell he's just fucking pissed off as shit because of it. And but he's so respected by everybody, but they let him live because they know if they kill Fury, shit's gonna fly.
Yeah.
But even though he now knows everything that's going on, and he found out what he went to go do in this part that he went from Vietnam to after to now it's I get the feeling somewhere in South America, and shit is just not going his way at all this whole entire time. And this way happens again, and it just shows like the dirtiness and the realness of what war can be like, and what these mercenaries who are left with this power without control can happen. And it brings it so realistic. It's just such a good comic. It's better than any Marvel comic being put out by far. I mean, I love this fucking book so much that I'm so sad that there's only one more comic left, but I can't wait to read it, and hopefully they'll put out some really good trades, and I suggest everybody goes and get it. This guy though, Parlov, I think, what's his last name, I don't know, but dude, the dude can draw, is like some of the greatest storytelling ever. He's not a flashy artist at all, but he's just awesome. Gordon Parlov. It's just perfect storytelling. You always know what's going on, and it's perfect. Like, you can take it seriously, but it's still cartoony enough that it's not so gross. But I mean, this is just opening up to a page where the bad guy Barracuda, that's this guy right here. He boots a headless baby at Fury and Fury's buddy that he took with, and because of this, Fury's buddy just leaves the military after this because he can't believe how fucked up the situation is. But I mean, this is how serious that book is. Dude, fucking baby, headless, getting kicked. The shit is fucking crazy. But I love it, man, and it's a great comic. So yeah, once again, this comic is par for just being great, and 6 out of 6 beers. Garth and Enos.
Another rare 6 this week.
It is, but I mean, it's amazing. Yeah, I gave a 6 last week too, and it was awesome.
The unicorn.
It is always good though to hear about a book where not everything goes the way of the hero.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, everything is going the opposite. I mean, the bad guys win this. I mean, it's very clear that the good guy is not winning in this story at all. It's fucking awesome.
It does get a little old when a major plot point is the doctor falls in just the right way and slices the guy free from his bondage.
Oh yeah, exactly. Everything always happens, but yeah.
Oh man.
For sure.
Well, let's talk about good guys then.
Yeah,
boys.
let's get away from this brutal baby kicking.
Let's get it. Oh, it gets better. Thanos Rising, issue number 3, ladies and gentlemen.
Nice.
First of all, issue 1, I love both the covers because I have the Scotty Young baby variant one as well as the normal one.
Yeah.
But the artwork is just so dope. Thanos is so captivating as a character. Like, I want to go have a beer with this dude. This guy's the man with the plan. He might be purple, but, we can work past that. On a serious note, though, you guys, the book has been fantastic in terms of giving us a look at the character. Very rich. But this issue took it to a whole new level. And Tom's talking about kicking the headless baby or whatever. This one, he basically is going through his life. He has procreated with tons of alien women and has all these kids.
Yeah, he just
and
fucking all
at
over.
the end, he
That's
goes
awesome.
back to the planet Titan and runs into the chick from the first issue, and he's like, I love you, we're meant together. And she's like, well, if you really love me, then I need to be the only one. So he goes back to one of his wives, and, oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see you here, hold your baby. Kills both of them.
Oh, Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Thanos.
So Thanos
Is he still with Death? Did you ever hear about him hooking up with Death
Not yet.
anymore?
Not yet.
Because
Unless
that
it's
was the old
chick.
Infinity Gauntlet,
Right.
you know.
Right. So I have a feeling that could very well be her personified or something like that.
Nice.
But mean book. Like I was just like,
Dude, killing babies?
Like-
Killing his own kid.
yeah, and it was a cute little purple baby. What's wrong with you? I don't know. 6 out of 6 for sure, man.
Damn,
Come
who's
on.
writing that? Jason Aaron. Yeah,
Mhm.
his twisted mind, of course.
Oh my god.
That's
So I was
fucking
just-
awesome, man.
I was just like, whoa.
Dude, two back-to-back 6 out of 6ers. That's bomb.
Yeah, dude.
All right, the next one I got is I love myself some Image #1. So this is Image #1 Chin Music, Steve Niles and Tony Harris. I love Steve Niles. I've talked about him a whole bunch of different times for 30 Days a Night and Criminal Macabre, and I did Lot 13 recently from DC. But he's really good at kind of horror, supernatural stuff. And then Tony Harris is my favorite from Starman. He's an amazing artist, and you can that plays off right away just with like the layouts and everything that's going on, and it's super moody and super awesome the whole way through. But what this is kind of telling is like a mobster's zombie tale, but also through the times, and brings in like different Egypt and a whole bunch of different things. And it starts out, the writing is so good. Look how many little, like there's not very many word bubbles. You see this? Like everything is done with the art. And Steve Niles is still writing this, but you open up in the first like 6 pages, there's no words at all. I mean, you're just totally intaking Tony Harris's beautiful art, and you're picking up this crazy story, and you get crazy awesome covers like this. I don't actually really like the font for this.
It doesn't match.
Because it doesn't match how elegant and amazing this is.
That's true.
But yeah, I mean, you just open it up, and there's some what's going on? He's doing these crazy symbols into this bullet. You get to see the crazy symbols. This guy is fucking one mean looking motherfucker,
And the way this whole thing is framed, too,
Oh yeah, and so these panels are just split up. I mean, it's you can tell it's all supernatural. Shit's going on, and a lot of times I don't like supernatural stuff. I don't like ghosts and supernatural and stuff like that. Or you've seen enough zombies and monsters, and to have like mobsters and monsters. I mean, there was like another book that did it, Turf, that was like vampires and mobsters and aliens, and it's like it's been done before. But when it is done by these two guys who are really taking it seriously, it ended up being a really great, book. I would say if I was just judging the art, I would go 6-pack, easily on the art. Yeah. With the story, it wasn't the greatest I've ever read. It is different tropes that I've seen before, but I will continue to buy it. But I would, because of that, I'll give it 4 out of 6 beers for a total. And I mean, it's only the first issue. It's $2.99. Why not get it? Why not check it out? I think it's only going to run for like 5 issues too, so definitely worth checking out, guys. And if you like those, these creators from these other things,
why not?
Why not check this one out too?
Hit that up.
Chin Music.
Cool. Well, up next here is one of the loves of our lives here at Comic Book Look, Mr. Samuel Humphreys in the building on Uncanny X-Force. I really like that newest cover that came out here on issue 6.
That's sweet, yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool, you guys. It's straight into the point on there. I know that it's kind of hokey of me, but I really want to see this, though. Because right now they're all kind of going in their own directions, it seems like, in the book, which is fine, too. So basically, this issue 5 is basically a mind trip into Bishop's mind. He's back from, the...
Hey, comic book lookers, thanks for coming back with us. I'm sorry that we cut that last video out short. Our camera ran out of battery, but we just wanted to finish it up, and I was talking about Sex. The new, I guess it's 5 issues in it, from Image. It's the book from Joe Casey and Peter Kowalski. It's a really interesting read. So we're at the time that we shot that, we were only on issue 3, but there's been 2 more since that. That's how far behind we are on producing these videos for you guys, but we're gonna keep getting them out at you, and Thanks for bearing with us and coming into this stupid little section. But I just wanted to finish talking about it because it was such a cool book. Joe Casey, you know, he seems to always dabble in superheroes, but he likes to do different things. I could definitely do without superheroes. I'd love to see a book that has nothing to do with superheroes from Joe Casey. I think that would be really cool. But this is what we have right now, and you gotta love this. He is putting this kind of European graphic novel feel, you know, European erotica comics feel into this, but also at the same time like a romance, thriller, intrigue, a lot of loose ends and a lot of shady people. You know, is anybody good? Is anybody truly bad? All those questions that you know, you really like to see in a comic book geared for an adult. This does have its fair share of sex in it, but not, you know, overwhelmingly so. It's, you know, the sex is kind of just to get people to grab this book, and it's a clever title. It got me to pick it up. I mean, I would have bought a Joe Casey's book anyway, but recently we're on issue 5, and by this time, you know, you're really telling these stories of these old superheroes that aren't really superheroes anymore, but they still have powers, and they're trying to go on with their lives and move on after this lull kind of that their life has. And that, you know, how are they going to still get excitement from that, you know, compared to what they used to do? And that's kind of what we see, the ins and outs and the relationships and between these superheroes and dealing with businesses and, you know, corporations, and it's all drawn into this very adult and heady read. I definitely suggest picking it up. Joe Casey never, you know, lets you down. He's part of the Man of Action Studios, so I mean, he's got cash. He's still doing this because I mean, you know, they got to be making money off Ben 10 and Motor City, all those other Man of Action stuff. But anyway, I hope you guys pick up Sex, and I hope you guys enjoyed the last video. We'll keep coming at you with as many videos as we can. And as John always says, keep it comics.
It's your boys in IMJ, we shut it down, man. A comic book look invading your town. Keep it comics, and let the beer flow. Be so global, since our premiere show. Riverdale Studios on fire, we don't know where to park. Technology and booze, it's like we're rolling out like Tony Stark. Skylar, Tom, and John, we the bestest. Swag so villainous, so please arrest us.